What happens inside your body the exact second your liver decides to cure itself? Spoiler alert, it doesn't involve drinking a swamp-flavored detox tea. Your liver has a built-in, highly advanced biological rescue protocol. Fatty liver disease sounds like a grim diagnosis, maybe even a metabolic death sentence. But here is the wild part. Your liver is essentially the Wolverine of organs. It can literally eat the toxic fat that is choking it. You don't need a magical cleanse to fix it. You just need to trigger a specific 72-hour biological pathway. Today, we are tracing the exact timeline of what happens when you flip the switch from fat storing to burning. A fatty liver is the root cause of almost every metabolic disaster, but the human liver is incredibly forgiving. We will explore the exact biological timeline, hour by hour, as your liver goes from a stuffed goose to a lean machine. Before we dive into the internal demolition derby, let's look at the villain, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. It is what happens when ectopic fat decides to treat your hepatic tissue like a cheap storage unit. This ectopic fat ruins hepatic function, triggering a cascade of insulin resistance and systemic inflammation. It is like pouring sand into your car's engine and wondering why the check engine light is screaming at you constantly. When visceral fat starts melting, it sends cellular signals that scream to stop storing new fat immediately. It is a beautiful eviction notice for those stubborn triglycerides that have overstayed their welcome in your abdomen. So, how do we kick off this magnificent eviction process? We start at hour 0. Welcome to phase 1, glycogen depletion. The critical first step where your liver must burn through its stored sugar before it can access the fat. Think of glycogen as your liver's checking account and fat as a locked savings account. Your body is inherently lazy. It will always spend the easy cash first. You have to go completely broke on sugar before the liver opens the vault. During the first 24 hours, the liver is frantically emptying its glycogen stores. It is handing out glucose to the bloodstream like a panicked cashier. This is where carbohydrate restriction and fasting become your allies. As the sugar drains away, your body realizes the pizza delivery isn't coming. This glycogen depletion is the mandatory toll booth on the highway to fat burning. Without it, your liver will just keep hoarding fat like a doomsday prepper. This brings us to a crucial trick. Why walking after a meal helps reduce blood sugar spikes. A brisk stroll acts like a biological vacuum cleaner, sucking up glucose into your muscles before it can be shipped to the liver for storage. By walking, you prevent the massive insulin spike that tells your body to pack away stubborn fat. It is literally the easiest way to tell your metabolism that we are using this fuel right now, so do not put it in the liver's basement. And here is a fun fact about your heart rate zones. They actually dictate whether you are burning sugar or melting visceral fat. Low-intensity cardio keeps you in the aerobic zone, where oxygen is plentiful and fat is the primary fuel. If you go too hard, your body panics, demands fast energy, and switches back to burning sugar. So an easy jog or a brisk walk is actually superior for melting that stubborn liver fat. Slow and steady literally wins this metabolic race. As we cross the 24-hour mark, we enter the realm of glucagon's rise. Insulin, the fat-storing hormone, takes a massive nosedive. When insulin drops, its arch nemesis, glucagon, steps up to the microphone and takes total control. Glucagon is the hormone that signals starvation. It grabs a megaphone and yells at the liver that the sugar is gone, and we need alternative fuel immediately. This is the exact moment the metabolic magic truly begins to happen inside you. Between hours 24 and 48, the liver gets the memo. It stops being a hoarder and starts looking for internal fuel sources. The drop in insulin unlocks the cellular doors that have been trapping fat inside your vital organs. This hormonal shift is like changing tracks on a train. The liver switches from a glucose-dependent state to a fat-mobilizing powerhouse. It is finally ready to tap into those toxic yellow fat droplets suffocating its own delicate cells. What role does your morning coffee play? Caffeine is actually a potent metabolic biohack. It coordinates with glucagon to accelerate the breakdown of fat. A black coffee is basically a massive turbocharger for your liver's cleanup crew. Caffeine also stimulates cellular signaling pathways that prepare the liver for the main event. It tells the mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell, to wake up and get ready to burn some serious fat. No sugar, no cream, just pure science. Let's talk about mitochondrial repair. Those little powerhouses get damaged when they are overloaded with sugar and ectopic fat. As the liver empties out, the mitochondria start fixing themselves, repairing the metabolic engine from within. By hour 48, we reach the climax of our biological thriller, hepatic autophagy and lipolysis. Autophagy literally means self-eating. Your liver cells decide it is time to take out the trash and eat the toxic fat trapped inside. Imagine your liver cells, called hepatocytes, packed with nasty yellow fat. Suddenly, specialized enzymes act like microscopic Pac-Men. They start chomping away, dissolving the intracellular triglycerides from the inside out. This is the exact moment your liver stops being fatty. The hepatic lipolysis process breaks down the fat droplets into usable fatty acids. The hepatocyte slowly transforms from a swollen yellow balloon back into a deep red healthy cell. It is a spectacular cellular rescue mission. The liver is literally consuming the very disease that was trying to kill it. This is why the human body is the most advanced piece of biological machinery in the known universe. During this 48 to 72 hour window, the caffeine you drank earlier is still helping. It enhances autophagy, ensuring those Pac-Man enzymes are highly aggressive. It is like giving the cleanup crew a massive double espresso. The liver's self-cleaning oven mode is now fully activated. The damaged proteins, the oxidized lipids, and the ectopic fat are all being incinerated. Your liver is essentially doing a Marie Kondo routine on your internal organs right now. As the fat droplets dissolve, the cells regain their normal structural integrity. The inflammation subsides, and the liver can finally breathe again. It is a biological rebirth happening right beneath your ribcage in real time. But what does the liver do with all this newly freed fat? It cannot just leave it floating around. Welcome to Phase 5, ketogenesis. The liver converts these fatty acids into highly efficient energy molecules called amazing ketone bodies. Ketones are like premium rocket fuel for your brain and body. They cross the blood-brain barrier and provide a clean, steady stream of energy. Suddenly, that brain fog lifts, and you feel sharper than a finely tuned surgical scalpel. This transition into ketosis is the ultimate sign that your liver has successfully switched fuels. You are no longer running on cheap, dirty sugar. You are running on your own recycled visceral fat. It is the ultimate flex of metabolism. How do you know when you have reached this metabolic nirvana? There are 7 biological markers indicating your body has entered deep cellular ketosis. Let's break down these physiological signs so you know exactly what to look for today. Sign number 1, the sudden drop in appetite. When your body is feasting on its own internal fat buffet, it stops sending hunger signals to the brain. You might realize it is 2 in the afternoon and you haven't even thought about lunch. Sign number 2, increased mental clarity. Ketones are an incredibly stable energy source for the brain. The constant crashes and spikes from a sugar-based metabolism are gone, replaced by a laser-like focus that feels like a superpower. Sign number 3, the notorious keto breath. As your liver produces ketones, one of them, acetone, is expelled through your breath. It might smell slightly fruity or like nail polish remover, a small price to pay for a healthy liver. Sign number 4, a sudden rush of physical energy. Your mitochondria love burning ketones. Once the adaptation phase is over, you might feel the sudden urge to go for a run, clean the garage, or finally organize that messy junk drawer. Sign number 5, digestive rest and reduced bloating. As systemic inflammation drops and insulin levels plummet, your gut finally gets a vacation. The puffiness around your midsection starts to vanish like magic, right before your eyes. Sign number 6, changes in your sleep architecture. Many people report needing slightly less sleep, but waking up feeling incredibly refreshed. Your body is operating so efficiently that it requires less downtime for general maintenance. And sign number 7, a noticeable drop in resting heart rate and blood pressure. As the visceral fat melts away, the cardiovascular system doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood through a congested fatty liver. Everything flows. Let's dive deeper into the cellular signals that prevent new visceral fat from forming. Once the liver clears its own fat, it sends hormonal text messages to the rest of the body saying, "We are closed for storage, do not send more fat." Adiponectin is one of these superstar hormones. Its levels rise as visceral fat shrinks. Adiponectin acts like a metabolic traffic cop, directing energy toward the muscles to be burned rather than back to the liver to be stored away. This hormonal shift ensures that the weight loss is sustainable. You are not just temporarily shrinking fat cells. You are fundamentally changing the biochemical environment of your body. You are making it totally hostile to accumulation. Now, What happens if you interrupt this delicate 72-hour process with a massive bowl of pasta? The insulin spikes, glucagon crashes, and the Pac-Man enzymes go back to sleep. The fat-burning party is instantly shut down fast. This is why consistency in carbohydrate restriction or intermittent fasting is so critical. You have to give your liver the uninterrupted time it needs to complete the deep clean. It is like running the dishwasher. You cannot open it. Let's revisit the heart rate zones. Why does intense, breathless cardio sometimes backfire for liver health? When you sprint, your body releases cortisol, a stress hormone that tells the liver to dump glucose into the blood for energy. If you are trying to deplete liver glycogen, a massive spike in cortisol can actually trigger gluconeogenesis, where the body makes new sugar. That is why a relaxing Zone 2 walk is far superior for healing a fatty liver completely. Walking after meals is a biological cheat code. The muscles of your legs are the largest glucose sinks in your body. By taking a 10-minute walk after dinner, you are siphoning off the sugar before the liver ever has to deal with it. Think of your leg muscles as a sponge. When you walk, you squeeze the sponge, allowing it to soak up more glucose from the bloodstream. It is a simple, free, and incredibly effective way to protect your hepatic tissue from sugar toxic. Back to our timeline. Hour 72 and beyond. Welcome to phase 6, the regeneration. The liver is the only organ capable of true regeneration. Even if a large portion is damaged, it can rebuild itself completely if given chance. As the ectopic fat is cleared, the liver begins to repair its damaged architecture. The hepatocytes replicate, replacing old, scarred tissue with fresh, highly functional cells. It is literally growing a younger, healthier organ inside. How do we measure this miraculous recovery? We look at blood markers, specifically the liver enzymes ALT and AST. When the liver is inflamed and bursting with fat, these enzymes spill out into the bloodstream, showing up high on tests. Alanine aminotransferase, or ALT, is the most specific marker for liver stress. Think of it as the liver's distress signal. When your liver is choking on triglycerides, the ALT levels skyrocket, waving a massive red flag to doctor. Aspartate aminotransferase, or AST, is another enzyme that leaks out during cellular damage. As you pass the 72-hour mark of fat burning and autophagy, the cell membranes heal, the leaking stops, and these enzyme levels drop. Watching your ALT and AST numbers drop on a lab report is the ultimate proof that the biological rescue protocol is working. It is objective, scientific evidence that your liver is no longer crying for help, but is thriving once again. But the benefits don't stop at the liver. As the hepatic function is restored, your entire metabolic syndrome starts to unravel. The liver is the master conductor of your metabolism. When it plays in tune, the whole orchestra sounds great. Your lipid profile improves. The liver stops churning out the small, dense LDL particles that clog arteries and instead produces fluffy, harmless cholesterol. Your triglycerides plummet because they are being burned for fuel, not stored. Your blood pressure normalizes because the systemic inflammation has been extinguished. The liver is no longer releasing inflammatory cytokines into the bloodstream. It is like turning off a slow-burning fire that was cooking your vessels. And let's not forget the role of caffeine in this long-term maintenance. Regular, moderate consumption of black coffee has been shown to reduce the risk of liver fibrosis and cirrhosis. It is a protective shield for your newly clean organ. The antioxidants in coffee, specifically chlorogenic acid, neutralize free radicals and protect the repaired mitochondria. So yes, your morning brew is scientifically endorsed as a hepatoprotective elixir. Just don't ruin it with sugar. Let's visualize this transformation one more time. On day 1, the liver is pale, swollen, and suffocating under a thick layer of toxic yellow fat. It is sluggish, inflamed, and struggling to perform its 500 vital functions. By day 3, the magic of lipolysis and autophagy has swept through the tissue. The yellow fat droplets have been dissolved by Pac-Man enzymes and converted into brilliant, energy-rich ketones. The swelling has dramatically decreased. Weeks later, the liver is a deep, healthy, vibrant red. It is lean, efficient, and pulsating with vitality. The cells are fully regenerated, the mitochondria are humming, and the metabolic engine is running flawlessly on premium fat fuel. This is the power of understanding your own biology. You are not at the mercy of your genetics or a slow metabolism. You have the ultimate control panel. By managing your insulin, you dictate exactly how your liver behaves every day. It is crucial to remember that this process isn't a one-time magic trick. Reversing fatty liver is about creating a lifestyle that keeps the liver in a state of balance. You can't deep clean your house and then throw a muddy party. Incorporating periods of fasting, keeping carbohydrates low, and walking after meals are the daily maintenance habits that keep the ectopic fat from returning. They are the highly trained security guards protecting your liver's vault. And as your visceral fat melts away, you will notice changes not just on a blood test, but internally. The dangerous hard belly fat that surrounds your vital organs will shrink rapidly, revealing a much leaner, healthier inner core. Visceral fat is metabolically active. It behaves like a toxic organ, spewing out inflammatory chemicals. By draining the liver fat first, you pull the plug on the visceral fat reserves, deflating the dangerous belly fat from inside out. The science of hepatology and metabolic health is clear. The human body is designed to heal itself if we simply remove the obstacles. The biggest obstacle? A constant, unrelenting influx of processed carbohydrates and refined sugar. We must respect the biological timeline. The 72 hours of glycogen depletion, glucagon rise, and hepatic autophagy are non-negotiable laws of human physiology. You cannot bribe your liver to skip these essential healing steps. So, the next time someone tries to sell you a magical liver detox pill, you can politely decline. You know that the real detox is completely free, built into your DNA, and activated simply by changing what and when you decide to eat. This journey from a fatty, inflamed organ to a regenerated powerhouse is a testament to the resilience of human biology. It is never too late to flip the metabolic switch and initiate the rescue protocol to save your metabolic health. Protect your liver, and you protect your life. It is the silent guardian of your metabolism, working tirelessly behind the scenes. Give it the break it deserves, and it will reward you with boundless energy and vibrant, lasting health. Disclaimer time. This deep dive into the liver's miraculous healing abilities is for educational purposes only. It is a fascinating look at our physiology, not a prescription. Always consult a hepatologist regarding liver disease. Your doctor can help you monitor those crucial ALT and AST enzymes to track your progress safely. Science is powerful, but it should always be applied with professional guidance, especially when dealing with metabolic syndrome issues. As we wrap up this biological journey, take a moment to appreciate the incredible machinery inside you. Your liver doesn't hold grudges. It just waits patiently for you to give it the right signals to start the healing process today. The power to change your health is literally in your hands, or rather, on your plate. By understanding the hormonal dance of insulin and glucagon, you become the absolute master of your own metabolic destiny for the rest of your life. Have you ever checked your liver enzymes on a blood test? Did this biological timeline change how you view your metabolism? Let's discuss your experiences and questions in the comments below. We love geeking out on the science with you. If you found this medical deep dive fascinating, make sure to hit the subscribe button to learn how to heal your body from the inside out. We have plenty more biological mysteries to unravel together on this channel. Join our journey. Share this video to save a friend's liver, and hit the like button if you truly believe in the body's unparalleled power to heal itself. Until next time, keep your insulin low, keep walking, and keep living a beautifully scientific life.